But anyways, yes, we're here at the game now. It's getting ready to start up. In case you aren't aware, MAG is a first-person shooter that is multiplayer only. And the reason why that's kind of a bummer is because the game is going offline on January 28th. So that means nobody will ever get to play this game again unless, I don't know, someone in Sony has some kind of internal server that they can still do it, which I don't even see why they would. But that'd be pretty much the only way. Or, because it had no LAN support, no single player, nothing. It just is what it is in its current state. So, this is my last chance to play this game. Last chance for a lot of people to play this game. By the time you're actually seeing this video, the game's already offline.
You have been a
But, anyways, I'm going to skip the cutscene, because, yeah. But anyways, here it is. I've already disabled in-game audio, because YouTube, of course, you know how YouTube is, right? So, but anyways, yes, so the game's connecting to the server right now, and this is the last news update that they ever gave the game, which this was like over 2 years ago, or about 2 years ago, I think. Oh, they lowered the price of Escalation to $4.99. Interdiction is now free. Yeah, I don't see anybody buying Escalation anymore because this game is dead. I used to actually have a character B and character C slot when I used to play MAG a lot. As you can see in the background, it still shows the characters that I had with those. Here's my Valor character. You can see him in the background, kind of. And then you can see this was my Sever character. And this was my Raven character. So there was 3 different factions. That's part of the reason why they had these character slots. These character slots cost like $1 a month to have. And so I used to play this game enough that I used to pay for these character slots. And you can see kind of in the background as well, you can see what level my characters were and everything. I didn't play the Raven character that much. That one was kind of just yeah. But anyways, and that's not all, of course. Once you get to level 70, which is the max, you can vet. Because this character used to be on Raven, and he vetted over to Valor. And actually, I think I had one for Sever also. I'm not sure. But then again, the level cap used to be 60, so that could be how come I got the Sever one. It's because he's 60. So yeah, this is the character management screen. Obviously, if I hit triangle, I'll go back to level 1, and I'll get another veteran status. I'm not going to do that since it's the last day of the game. I'd rather have my points and everything as they are. So right now it's connecting me to the Valor network. And every faction, it was really cool. They had their own interfaces, every different faction. So this is the Valor interface, and then if you played as Sever or Raven, you would have a different looking interface. All these options would be the same, of course, but everything would look a little bit different. Every faction had its own unique look to it, which was really neat. As you can see, my character looks kind of like Bruce Willis. That's kind of why I made him look like that, is because I was looking through the character options like, hey, he looks kind of like Bruce Willis, so that's just what I went with. Okay, so we're going to go ahead. We're going to start with the deploy section. I'm not going to actually get into a game right now. I just want to kind of show you guys. So you can do this training, which is just a tutorial. It's useless. Then you got suppression, which allows you to just deathmatch with your own faction. It's pretty much just a deathmatch mode, is all it is. For some reason, it doesn't show the statistics like it does with these other modes, where it shows you how many players are playing and all that stuff. But anyways, so we have Sabotage. That's kind of the most popular mode. It's 32 on 32. It's basically a search and destroy, bomb the objective type mission. Escalation was actually 32 on 32 on 32. And that one was kind of like a one where you had to control zones. It was pretty much like a, King of the Hill type mode. Then there was Acquisition, which was 64 on 64. This one it was attack or defense. So if you were attacking, your objective was to steal these fancy vehicles. If you were defending, your objective is just to hold off the invaders for long enough so that they don't get all the vehicles. Then there was, of course, Interdiction, This was probably the least popular mode, but it was kind of fun. It was 64 on 64 like Acquisition, but I guess part of the reason why it wasn't very popular is because it's probably the most complicated game mode, because it had like a mixture of capturing points and all this weird stuff. You know, it is kind of weird. And then of course Domination was pretty much attackers versus defenders. It was pretty much the attackers' goals to... It worked pretty much a lot like the Conquest mode in the Battlefield games, I guess you could say. But that was 128 on 128, the most popular mode other than Sabotage, because of the huge amounts of players. And then, of course, multi-queue allows you to, queue up in multiple of these game types if you wanted. If you didn't really care which one you want to play. Plus, it gave you an experience bonus, as you can see right there. You could disable any game types you don't want, which is really cool. This also allows you to apply for leadership roles. So if you wanted to, be a lead of a squad, which is 8 players, a platoon of 32 players, or a full company of 128 or 64, depending on the game mode, then this let you do exactly that. So that's really cool. Then, of course, Clan Deploy, if you are a member of a clan. You can have up to 128 clan members in a game. So, without a doubt, MAG is probably the best clan game I've seen. I've actually been in... when I used to be in a clan called Kill 'Em Quick. They were a huge Valor clan. I'm sure they're still around. But, yeah, I've actually played in a full 128 clan member game with them before. We dominated, because when you get that many people in a clan, whew, it's tough to compete. But yeah, those are the different modes, and then we have rewards. This tells you who's winning what things here. So every time your faction wins certain categories, you'll get these benefits. Right now, our faction gets the most experience points awards based on what Escalation is offering. Because we're getting a 10% experience bonus because we're leading in Escalation. I don't know how that happened, because nobody's playing it really right now. And then Interdiction, minus 5% tactical strike cooldown. That helps out like squad and platoon leaders. And then the strategic maneuver cooldown, which helps out the company leaders. So that strategic maneuver one only benefits you in Domination. So whereas the tactical strike can benefit you in some of the other modes like Acquisition. Okay, so that kind of tells you more about the deploy screen. So now we're going to move on to the armory. This allows you to configure your loadouts for every for your character. You can have up to I think up to 10 loadouts. I've only got 3 right now, or maybe it's 5 that you can have up to. But this allows you to have different kits for your character. And then there's, of course, the supply depot. This allows you to purchase new equipment for your character. I have plenty of cash, and as you can see, I don't have some equipment purchased because I'm just not really particularly interested in it right now. So yeah, these are equipments that you can purchase on top of the other part of the game, which is the perks and skills. This allows you to, every time you level up, you get a skill point, and you can spend that on these various categories. This allows you to kind of, change how your character plays in many regards here. So that's what that's about there. And of course, you can respec to at any time if you wanted to do that. And then of course, you have leadership. Obviously, I've played enough that I can be an officer in charge or any other type of officer in the game type. It randomly assigns it based on various variables. And then I'll show you my stats because the awards take a little while to load here. So apparently the stats are too. Okay, so this shows you my various stats, my kills, death, KDR ratio, kill streak max. It shows you. It really is very in depth with the stats end of it here. This is definitely one of the most in depth games of this genre with these stats. I mean, there's tons of stats. I've never killed anybody with anti-tank mine. Just never felt the need to even try, right? But yeah, you can see a whole bunch of these little things here. By the way, that's not the number of people I've healed. That's the number of points I've healed, just to let you know. Because MAG does have a really good medic system, which is one of the things that's really good about this game. I mean, there's some games like Battlefield that has, a medic class, but it really doesn't help a lot like it does in this game. And, some games like Call of Duty, there's no such thing. You just automatically heal or not heal. Whatever. But yeah, if you're not really particularly good at getting kills, you can be a fantastic medic in this game, and you can really help out the team that way. Whereas in some of the other games I've played, medics are kind of just a secondary thing. People don't really care. So yeah, we got these different things right here that you can check out. Different objectives and everything like that. Fragos is actually a special type of objective. That's actually ones that are flagged by the team leaders. So the team leader might say, go capture this point. It might not be part of the primary objective, but when we complete that, it helps you in experience rewards and all that good stuff. So obviously I've done everything practically. I've even destroyed bridges and repaired bridges, and as you can see, I've got a pretty good win-loss record. Even though I'm playing as Valor, I play Valor most of the time. A lot of people have this misconception that Sever is the best squad, because Sever often does win. But it's all a matter of teamwork. Like I said, I've always been part of a really good clan, and most of my losses, probably at least 8 out of 10 of my losses, were when I wasn't playing with that clan, which I've apparently been kicked out of that clan, so whatever. Right? If I see him playing, I might be like, hey, can you invite me in the clan for like one last day, so it's a date, game's gonna be over with, anyways, right? Okay, and this shows you my entire career stats. This obviously 189 hours that I've played this game. And this is only for this character. It doesn't factor into stats for my other 2 character classes. I've easily put in probably about 250 hours, close to that, in MAG. So without a doubt, unless you want to count like games like GoldenEye back on the N64 days, or Perfect Dark, this is probably my most played FPS game. That's just how much I like it. It's no longer going to be able to be played. So that's kind of sad. And you can see I've actually even been in several matches where I was the first place, second place, or third place player. As you see, I've been in, let's see, I had 75 games where I was the top player in the game. And that's out of at least 64 players. So that's pretty good, actually. I'm not very good at FPS games often, but MAG was definitely one that I excelled at. And that's one reason I'm going to miss it, because I used to be good at it, but I also had fun with it. Maybe that's why I was good at it, is because I actually had fun in it and actually put time into this game. Unlike a lot of other games, of course. Now, I killed myself 92 times in this game. That's pretty sad. But yeah, so obviously, and I've killed 292 friendlies. I'm sorry, guys. I wasn't trying to kill you. You just were in the way, right? Of my bullets. Okay, and then finally, I'm going to show you the different awards. These are hard to get items, basically. And there's some that I never even remotely bothered with. Like, this medal is... Oh, wait, I have earned that medal. Never mind. Okay, I was saying, okay, right here. This one, for destroying 100 anti-aircraft batteries in your career. I didn't even get close to that. I don't even think I got 1/10 of that. So, yeah, I'm not going to make that today. But, yeah, I'll show you the different ones I got here. It's a Grim Reaper killing 2,000 enemies. That's a pretty easy one to get. You just got to kill. Purple Heart, yes, you get one for dying. So I got Purple Hearts. I actually got the Grim Reaper before the Purple Heart, believe it or not. So there was a time when I actually had a 2 KDR. Okay, so you got Vanguard Medal, completing objectives, destroying vehicles, killing yourself. Good work, Slick. Bunker Buster Medal. I didn't quite make it there. This one's really easy to get if you do a lot of leadership, because you can just bomb the bunkers once you knock out the anti-aircraft. I repaired a lot of bunkers, though, obviously. And then, of course, repairing gates. That's important for some of the vehicle-based missions. Mortar batteries. I've done a lot of repairing and healing, so you'll see a lot of those rewards. Some of these are, like the sensor array. That one's kind of a harder one to get, because people don't really go after the sensor arrays. They're not that important. Obviously, I planted a lot of bombs. I've disarmed quite a few, but not enough to get the reward. Obviously, I'm a master engineer, silver cross. I think I got the master medic thing or whatever it is there. Yeah. Okay, so leader of men. So I've earned 1,000 leadership points. You get leadership points by winning games when you have some kind of leadership role. So yeah, obviously here I got the streaker medal. 15 kill streak or higher. I've had a 17. Long shot medal. You know, you see all these different awards that you can earn in the game. You know, this game really, I mean, when people play MAG, they play it for hundreds of hours because, for one, it was a fantastic and fun game, at least in my opinion, and some of their opinions too. But for two, I mean, if you want to earn these awards, you had to spend a lot of time. Getting the platinum in MAG wasn't particularly difficult. It was just very time consuming. It's probably the most time consuming platinum of any PS3 game, and I'm only got about 60% towards it. There's just ridiculous number of trophies, and they're all hard to get, pretty much. So yeah, I've gotten, let's just see, the Grim Reaper medal, so ribbon. These are ones that you get for just individual battles. So I've earned like the Grim Reaper 10 times. That means in at least 10 battles I killed 35 or more enemies in one battle, which is not bad. Not bad. Obviously, it could be worse. I've had 7 where I died 30 times in one battle. Domination can be a big factor into that because, you know, if you're in a losing team and you have to be running around and you're getting shot up, you're going to die a lot. Especially if the enemy's camping out around your bunker and all that crap. But yeah, you can see like all kinds of different rewards here. I've never gotten the Mr. Bad Wrench ribbon. Destroying 5 vehicles in one battle is not exactly easy to do. So yeah, I'm just going to show you guys kind of what these are about here. Alright, so yeah, you can see there's all kinds of different things you can do in this game. You know, there is a lot to this game. It's very complex in that regard, but the gameplay itself is pretty simple. I mean, it plays pretty much like Call of Duty or Battlefield as far as the gameplay goes. And yeah, I've even gotten some of the DLC ribbons, which yeah. Okay, so yeah, I think next video we are going to go ahead and actually play some MAG. I'm going to start off with I'm going to start off with just doing some sabotage with just the kit I've got now, and then I might tailor it a little more later on. So let me know what you guys think, and with that, guys, Down Phoenix out.